a go-getter. Find a rapper with a better flow, homie, go get him. All about my skrilla, keep it just from a gold digger. I'm a dream chaser, won't become a bit of older nigga. Firm believer, all comes around, goes around.
Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Hard Pause Podcast. It's your boy Julian Blaq here with Quarter Water TV and our brother Zen's Army. Hey, I got one thing I'm gonna have to fix. I think I figured out what my audio issue was. For some reason, the music is on the channel that y'all is supposed to be on, and it's not on its right channel, so I gotta fix that. That might have been an issue, but anyway, let's get into it.
Shit, while we doing that shit, Zen, you could that shit you what's
playing the
that
ice ball.
shit you was talking about?
All right,
Yeah,
so apparently it's believed that the entire world of our knowledge, like from the from the Antarctic to all the way around the world, basically from Japan all the way to the United States to California, basically the entire world of our known knowledge is surrounded by an ice wall. Now, the thing about it is like, it's said that this ice wall supposedly exists because there's been multiple people that have been like, hey, I flew over the Antarctic and there was a whole like jungle behind it. And like a couple people were like, and then when I landed, like Men in Black were like surrounded me and stuff like that. There's been evidence, like videos that have popped out about this stuff recently, like not even about a year ago. A video popped up and was like, hey, I flew over because they told me I couldn't, so I did it anyway. And I'm like, that's like baller shit nowadays, because like people are doing that. But
I will say this though. I will say this, due to the internet and the information is so easily to find, people be lying.
Right.
Which is making up shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, like, if you listen to like some of the people with the flat earth theory, like some of the shit they be saying, it's so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So people just be saying shit. So I don't know. It's too much flying going on for me to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I will admit it's really hard to pin anything down nowadays, but like, especially with AI being on the big uproar and it being so realistic. Hey, look, it's Chris Chaos, bro.
Salute, Chris.
He needs to join one of these days.
Salute, brother Chris. He's definitely gonna. He's definitely gonna. Chris always got that open invitation.
My hug at AKA Foolers. Like, yeah, I hate to wear my hug at niggas. Dude, I swear to God.
Yo.
Ooh. Oh, I hate them niggas. Salute to Chris though.
Yo, shout out. Yo, I'm gonna play something real quick. Let me know if y'all can hear it. This might have fixed our issue. Let's see. Booyah. Did you hear that?
No, I don't hear shit.
Nah, we don't hear shit. I hear a little bit, like faint.
All right, I'll play with that later. All we got to do is really be able to see that screen. We ain't got to really be able to hear it.
Play no video. But that's the only thing with the ice wall thing, because TikTok, motherfuckers on TikTok be saying you can find any people believe that motherfuckers came from every aliens. It's all kind of shit going. I seen it's a rumor going around saying a scientist from NASA said he's seen aliens and they look like Black Americans.
That's fucking wild,
bro. Did you see
that's
that?
A joke. No, I didn't. But I normally just click off that stuff because it's like that stuff is just a little unrealistic. Because if you think about the human body, right, and think about how UFOs fly. There is no possible way in hell that the human body can withstand 50 G's at going from 0 to 50.
So, hey,
hold on.
We're a hybrid, though.
And this is the dilemma. Hold on. This is the real dilemma without no joking, right? This is the dilemma. Just because they look like us don't mean they functions like they organs, whatever they call organs, whatever they insides is. That don't mean they breathe oxygen. You smell me? Now, if you want to go down that worm Or you could say they could look like us, but they just don't breathe oxygen and they different. Just because they look like us, or maybe they shapeshifters.
Right. But you can also say, like, anybody can be a shapeshifter. They can be any color, race,
Yeah.
Right.
With fucking technology they have, you would think they can change their skin color when they want to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just the way they look. He's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you
maybe,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe they shifted to that skin color, thinking that it would make it more comfortable to communicate with the people they were in.
Yeah, he said they were 7 feet tall, and but I don't believe none of that shit.
But you can't really. Everything is so well done with AI nowadays, and
this is true.
Not gonna lie, but the CGI graphics in movies kind of suck ass now. It seems like they were better in the 2010s.
They was like The Matrix is probably one of the best CGI movies ever, and that shit is from the 90s.
And I'm like, now it all sucks.
It does.
But anyway, it's like nowadays you can't really tell what's real. And I think that's, not gonna lie, for me, I think it's a thing of the government, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna give you things to make the other things look unreal. Ever since the files were released for all UFOs, or unidentified aircrafts, as they call them now, UIDs or UIAs, whatever you fucking call them. Ever since those files were released, they started releasing more videos that looked fake, more videos that are AI generated. You can obviously tell they're AI generated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one way I could tell is AI. Like, if they show a human look and sound like the person, it still look a little different, and they don't have no soul. It'd be robotic. It'd be like,
or if you watch them eat or do
like this, and I move like this, and I just. You know what I'm
have
saying?
Have you ever wondered why the Hard Pause podcast is streamed on?
They look just like that. Yeah,
you turned it into AI. Watch out.
Yo, Chris says, he believe that alien shit because some girls out here got that out of this world kitty, and it be making me question shit sometimes.
Wait. Speaking of kitty, I'm sorry. Speaking of kitty, to pop on that, right? Just because he popped it in there, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on it. So apparently, right, this college student, or college professor, decided to fuck her students.
Okay.
And that she said, it was a high school teacher. Sorry, I'm wrong.
Okay.
It was a high school teacher because she was arrested for this. She was arrested. She fucked her students and said it was to better their grades.
I
mean, they probably did better in school. Was she hot?
She probably was giving them good. She
was about a 7 out of
about
10.
A 7 to 7, and you in high school smashing a 7. That's not too bad for them young men. That shit
has been happening more often too.
For some
suburban neighborhoods, the teachers have been the women
inappropriate
that were fucking children,
which is wild. It's like, I don't know, but for me, I feel like the world's kind of degressing.
That's just no. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you were jumping in. I just feel like the world's degressing back to the times where it's like pedophilia was normal, stuff like this was normal. We had arranged marriages at 12 years old.
I just think it's the internet and everything. Is just, you could just see it, man. Shit was way more wild back in the day, man.
Chris Chaos says that's disgusting. What class was this? Asking for a friend.
She was actually an English teacher. That was
awesome.
The class. There you go.
You know how good I would have done in English?
Our teachers looked like shit sandwiches when we was in school. Like,
when I was in high school, I would have totally fucked my Spanish teacher.
Dude, I had this teacher that was
I hated my Spanish teacher.
I remember her name, and she was only like my second grade teacher. And it was I think it was at Edison School. Her name was Miss Satori. She was young. She was only like 22, 23 years old. And she figured out how to get us to focus. She would give us hugs every day. We get to hug. That's the best. That was the highlight of my childhood. I hugged her and put my head on her titties.
Yeah, I always had fucked up teachers. All my teachers were old looking raggedy or dudes.
Body language.
Yeah. So like since I was a teacher for a hot minute, right? I have now changed jobs. So I'm good. But since I was a teacher for a hot minute, you are told during teacher training, do not hug the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the exact reason, because of what Julian did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, I at least got a squeeze in one time.
But yeah, they're
God
told
bless
not to
her
hug
heart, though.
They're told not to hug the kids because it's just, where my hug at though?
Oh, my.
That lady somewhere old as fuck right now, bro.
Probably.
Shit. Probably, but God bless her heart. She was a good teacher, you know. She was really sweet.
22 and you was how old?
I probably was like 11, 12.
Yeah, so she probably like 60 something.
Yeah,
He didn't know any better. That's what she's gonna say.
I done seen some 60-year-olds that could still get it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I mean, I'm close to him. I'm only like 9 years old.
Bro, I've
60 is in your wheelhouse now, for real. It ain't like,
yeah, it really is.
You too far off from 60. Like,
one of my homegirls, her sister was recently divorced, and she's like 61, 62, and she had hip replacement and a knee replacement, and she said she's ready to go. You should holler at her. I said, nah, I would have took her with the fucked up hips and fucked up knees. She need her a young dude. I ain't gonna be busted with a bitch with bionic knees and hips. I ain't ready for that.
Got no body. That shit's still gonna hurt, and this shit's not gonna move like a young person hip and knee. She's still gonna be limping around this bitch.
She might. I see them hip and knee surgeries. They walk completely normal. If they was strong
not
before,
in your 60s, man. Not in your 60s. Yeah. All right, you gonna see. You don't heal up the same. You don't even NBA niggas don't even heal up the same. That's why you think NBA players walk all fucked up like that.
Well, they have years and years of abuse of their body for professional athleticism and playing hurt and
you ain't gonna be walking like a cripple, but when it rain and shit, you gonna feel.
Oh yeah, you do feel that.
That's what I mean. You ain't gonna be moving like you was moving when you was young. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, that's foul. I'm gonna call foul on that, Chris.
What do you say? Hey, as long as her life alert don't go.
I'm gonna call foul on that one.
Nah, but that's the real deal, man. When you bagging a hot granny and she got life alert, that may happen, man.
Yeah, I'm cool. That's out of space.
Nah, that's a space for me though, you know. Because grannies is like these days, grannies is like your age. You
my
young.
age.
Yeah. So here's another question that's inside of your wheelhouse that I don't know about, right? I have no knowledge of this. What's going on with these senators getting arrested, going to like prisons, wanting to do inspections? Like what's going on with this?
So are you talking about the filibuster shit, or there's some other shit where senators getting arrested and going to prison? Is there something else?
No, that just Mexican American senators are just getting ICE arrested. Like they're getting arrested. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know anything about it.
Here's the deal: to be a U.S. senator, you have to be a citizen.
Right.
So ICE, unless they're arresting you for criminal activities, they don't arrest U.S. citizens at all, except for the criminal investigators. And that means you have to be doing human trafficking. You have to be dealing narcotics. You have to be dealing with child porn. That's what ICE criminal investigators investigate. If these senators are getting locked up, it's impossible for them to get locked up by immigration because they will find out they're a U.S. citizen and a senator while they're processing them. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, you're a citizen. What the fuck? And especially even if they were foreign born, their information would come up on a check once you're arrested. Yeah. So that's probably a bit of garbage. A lot of shit they're saying about ICE is kind of garbage.
Okay. I was wondering about it because I also saw a video where a U.S. senator or something like that. I don't know what he was, but he had like an above validation to where he didn't need a permission to inspect a prison.
Okay. They do that. They do visits. Senators and congressmen do visits.
But he just randomly showed up and said, "Hey, I want to inspect the prison." They wouldn't let him in. They denied him multiple times.
Because that's the problem. If you're going to inspect the prison, there's a caveat you have to go through to ensure your safety. They're not just going to let you in because once he walks in, The whole prison's got to shut down.
I'm gonna say this. That shit, even that conversation pissing me off. I'm gonna show you why. Niggas been getting locked up since it been jails. And not once or twice have I ever heard of no goddamn senator going to. Motherfuckers been complaining about the inside of prisons, the conditions inside of them bitches forever.
If you really want to get pissed off, at one point, hold on, let me read Chris's comments for. I want to know what's going on with Ozzy died. A week later, a famous person passed, and then 2 weeks later, another important person passes. My theory is something's going down with all these people with money are faking deaths to head out to high-priced bunkers. Yo, that might be another rubber hole for the tinfoil hat. Well, here's the deal. Before Trump's last term, and this is, I know this through intimate knowledge, the ICE facilities that housed aliens had a higher tier of quality than American prisons.
Exactly.
And then Trump shut that shit down his first term. He said, if it's good enough for a damn citizen, it's good enough for them. So no,
this is the thing you have to question. Why are the Democrats, again, keep every time something happens, nigga, it could be 1 million black people getting killed in the streets. They won't say shit, but you want us to vote for y'all. But then as soon as something happens to some people that ain't even citizens, y'all doing all this performative bullshit that y'all not even doing. Y'all ain't going to no fucking jail. Who you think you fool?
Well,
what senator think? Come on now. Come on.
Well, they're lying. Them saying a senator was getting themselves arrested by ICE is gotta be a fabricated situation.
Some old news, and they made it legal. Then ain't it illegal for the news to lie now? They just be lying like a motherfucker.
Now
so they just be lying. So that shit you be seeing on the news just be up. Most of that shit is cap.
If they're encountered by ICE under false pretenses and pretend to be foreign born, it's possible they may get detained and by immigration. But as soon as immigration finds out you're here legally, they want nothing to do with you. They need you to go off and fuck up your status so they could put hands on you. That's like that's why I try to tell people. Everyone right now is protesting that temporary people have permanent rights and access to our country, and that's not the case. That's not. They're
like, the conditions in there, the conditions in prison is fucked up. That been like
sounds
that.
like a them problem. They been fucked up.
Yeah, like I don't understand.
So we'll see. I said we'll see. It's gonna be. I'm waiting with my popcorn, seeing this shit unfolds, because we got a lot of people that's jumping on the bandwagon for this greater than thou crap, where people are like just every single move that's made by the administration they hate. It's this. It's that. It's the end of the world. World War III. Then after a while, when you go see it run its course, it's like, dude. Like even with the tariffs, before any negative thing happened, they were blowing it out of proportion. Now some of the prices are starting to go up. Yes.
Man, I'm minding my business when it comes to. I figured it out with immigration. I'm gonna show you why. I had a conversation with this dude at my job. He from like Guatemala or one.
Yes, sir.
And he told me he don't, for some strange reason, he don't believe that legal was getting food stamps and housing. He said he don't believe that. I said, dog. They don't got paperwork. A nigga, yes, they was.
No, they was,
and I told him about the app. I told him about the app that they was using that was helping them. He ain't believe that. So in my head, I said, oh, he don't want to believe it.
And you know what's funny?
I figured out through the conversation. I figured out what it was. He didn't want to believe it because he didn't give a fuck that his people was getting thrown on top of my people. So he didn't give a fuck like that niggas getting pushed in the middle of nowhere and people, black neighborhoods that used to be predominantly black is now Hispanic and niggas getting pushed all over the place.
And if you really want to throw salt on the wound, all of our legal migrants, all of the people who come over here legally as green card holders, they didn't get none of that shit they were giving these people they were paroling in. They don't get housing. They don't get health care. They got to provide that all for themselves. That's part of the reason the immigration set up is so new people don't come here and be a burden on the system that they haven't contributed to. They come and add to it, not take from it. They were letting people in, taking from it. And the sad thing about it was they let people in that did not have, they already were barred for life. They already had felonies here. They already had no legal recourse to get status here. They let them all in. It was letting cats in. I heard that it came in, and the document they used was the judge's order that ordered them deported. That was the ID document they used to fly to the portion of the states they wanted to get to.
Man.
The IJ order. And then sheriff's officers aren't even taking IJ orders as a reason to detain them. They're holding them for an hour, and if ICE don't show up,
this is when I figured out. This is when he didn't fuck. I said, if you don't believe that they was housed, I said, this is when I figured out he didn't really give a fuck what was going on. I said, if the government wasn't giving them food stamps and housing, where was these people living? It was millions of people got let in the country. Where was they living?
Yo, I pulled up to a food pantry.
Homeless. They wasn't home. Some of them was, but most of them wasn't homeless.
Mm-hmm. Chris Chaos says, I pulled up to a food pantry, saw a 15-person Arab family with a 2025 SUV, fully loaded, expensive clothes, taking boxes after boxes, and ill looking at the volunteers. Like, the fuck? Oh, yeah, the people that was getting the SNAP benefits that was coming through. There was a lot of them getting those.
Nigga, they was putting them in 5-star hotels in New York. I don't want to hear that shit. How the fuck? That's how you ain't what? Well, really? I was like, oh, he playing. Oh, I said, oh, he doing the tether shit. He playing stupid. Yeah. I told you niggas be what motherfuckers will do is when you nail them, they oh, I didn't know that. Yes, you did. Get the fuck you don't give a fuck. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm not even once I realize you playing stupid, you got it.
You gotta write them off. Just let them go.
Write you off. Yeah, because you playing stupid.
Because all the shit he's claiming wasn't happening, he could have found out with a simple Google search.
I swear, I said, look it up. All that information. No, I don't believe it. I said, all right, bet
you don't want to. You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
My nigga, you could literally look around outside. You could go outside. You could do anecdotal evidence to look around to see the shit. I could go outside and see the shit.
Meanwhile, I got a box of mac and cheese, cans of mushroom soup, and ramen. No, you got to. What you had to do back in those days, go back across the borders like you was born here, but sneak in and just claim to be from like Guatemala, and you was claiming asylum, and you got to put up with the housing and everything.
I said they deported motherfucker from Mexico right now. He said, oh, that's because of Trump. I said they always did that.
Yeah, they always, yeah.
Fucking y'all just be saying shit. That's why I said, oh, all right, you one of those. Like, all right, cool. Like,
yeah, that was like the young lady that I had to debate with. Her only tool she brought to the debate, she would search some shit on the internet. She would present that as her opinion. I would search some shit, show her evidence that was against that. So instead of her conceding, admitting that you had some proof, she just go into complete denial. Okay, none of that was happening. The border's always been wide open. It just didn't open up under Biden. It was open under Trump on his first term, and it's open now. I was like, that's not the case, girl. There's a reason it's record high entries. No, it's not record high. It's the same. I said, that's not how you debate, sweetheart. Don't call me sweetheart. Okay, well, that's not how you debate. You got to bring some receipts, ma'am.
All right. So
go ahead.
Sorry, no, you're good. You're good. Sorry, my brain was processing. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Because like you said, my rabbit holes are my thing. I love going down rabbit holes.
Rabbit holes are awesome.
So I looked into the Ozzy Osbourne death along with the two other deaths that he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Ozzy Osbourne, Tyler the Creator's album Ignite Sin. Oh no, that's something else.
Mm-hmm.
But with Ozzy Osbourne, they're calling it a suspicion of a ritual. A significant number of people link Ozzy Osbourne's death to supposed occult practices. According to the one post, it's planned 7/22/25 7/11.
Turn that music down, bro.
Oh, I can't even hear this shit. Hold on. Is that shit loud for you guys?
That's in my ears loud.
It's barely playing loud for me.
Nah, shit loud.
Yeah, it was barely.
Well, so anyways, they're saying that they basically the numbers equals 11, 7/11, which I don't know what that means. I'm still looking, but they're saying that it was an assisted suicide.
I hate the internet sometimes.
Well, I know.
I'm gonna tell you why. Ozzy Osbourne was old, man,
and his health was poor, Parkinson's, and all this.
He was doing drugs all his life. Come on, man. Like, what the fuck? He gonna die? Like,
well, even if he did,
even if people die, like now when young motherfuckers die, something different. But he old.
No, it's over in the UK, and in Canada and the UK, don't they have the assisted euthanization laws that are there? So it's not against the law if he wanted to go to let him go.
Yeah,
you know?
He's had a good life.
You know,
hate that I missed his last concert, but
I mean, I don't think
he wasn't really that active. He was just sitting in the chair and shit.
But
this hold on, this is my theory before you go there. This is my theory real quick. Right. In the cults, I would think when they sacrifice motherfuckers, they ain't sacrificing old motherfuckers. Like they gonna sacrifice like a young person, a woman, or something like that.
A child, an infant, yeah. Like, to get that young energy,
crackhead,
the high electricity, yeah.
Right, but there are.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry. No. I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm just like, today is like one of those days where it's like, I'm just everywhere. So like, I get that people think it's a ritualistic sacrifice because one, he was very much a lot into the occult. Yeah. You know.
Okay.
Even at the beginning of his career, he had a lot of bats. He had the whole goth persona. He had pentacles. He had the whole 9 yards. He was very hard into the occult, and even when he even said it in some of his interviews, like I do dabble in the occult. The occult is, he liked the occult. He liked the mystery of it. Now, I can understand how people think it's a ritualistic sacrifice because, yes, you want to have use for some of the energies. But he was such a legend within the humankind. Like there wasn't a soul that didn't know Ozzy's name.
And he was also prolifically talented. He was like even my dad. He's not into the type of music that Ozzy makes, but he even said that you could quality constructed music is quality music. So if you heard things that he prepared or scores that he worked on, you could hear the intricacy and the skill and whatever he did. So,
right.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, yes, some spells are like, I can understand, your argument a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, you got to realize that some spells that are just, you don't have to have it. He could have done this, a sacrifice. He could have sacrificed himself to give his family success. We don't know what the spell was for, but the conspiracy behind it is that the government planned it, which I don't think they did.
Well, Chris Chaos says, I miss Ozzy's daughter's big old square head having ass. He said, I learned the hard way. TikTok is dumb.
If it was some occult shit, one of his kids would have got it or something like that.
It's possible, but his kids are young. They're still alive.
One of his kids did get it.
Who?
Hold on.
I learned the hard way. TikTok is dumb. And tried a Dominican drink you can make a Wawa. I went to take a sip and almost threw out. I was like, what the fuck, TikTok? Oh, they told you a drink was delicious and it was trash. Yeah, you got to do some research on some of these drinks.
It'll steer you down, man. That shit got people thinking the earth flat, man. There's a lot of people out there that think the earth is flat, man. And they will argue you the fuck down on some stupid shit that the earth is flat, like.
And then they'll call you a bigot if you don't,
Yeah, they'll just call you anything. That's how most motherfuckers when they some weird shit. When you come with facts, they just start calling you some kind of weird ass name. Like
I've had white people call me a racist for explaining how law works. I explain how criminal law works, immigration law works, and that's why I said I'm gonna have these conversations, but on the podcast. So if you really want to have this conversation with me and you think I'm full of shit, do your little research and we'll give you the topics and you can come on a podcast and we could discuss it. I said I can educate you. I'm not a subject. Well, I am actually a subject matter expert at immigration enforcement law, but I don't know everything. There's things I do have to look up, but I know the basic functions of the law, and the shit's confusing. And it doesn't match with your feelings. And just because you feel someone's been here a long time, like I had this one girl told me, say, why are they letting these people come here and pay taxes and not giving them citizenship? I said, baby girl, you don't know what the hell a citizenship is then. I said, the green card holders don't just automatically get citizenship. They pay taxes their whole time here. They get citizenship when they apply for it and they qualify. Just paying taxes doesn't get you the right to stay. Even if you offer that. What gets you the right to stay is when you get the status, when you apply for it and you get it. Until then, you don't have a right. You don't have a right to enter the country.
You know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
What is this shit where everybody just think because America ain't fucked up that people just supposed to run in here and just live? Like, what is that shit?
It's people that foster that. There's people that want them to come thinking it's going to create a voter base. And it will.
I'm talking about regular people on the ground that ain't got shit to do with politics that think it's okay that motherfucker just let the country just be flooded with all these motherfuckers.
Those are what you call, like, what do you call it? Naive, uninformed people. And also people that aren't being directly affected with the dump. If they were being directly affected and their livelihood was in danger and their neighborhoods were like imploding and falling over and flooded with migrants, they would not feel the same.
This motherfuckers
would not feel the same.
This motherfuckers watching their own people getting pushed in the valley on that same stupid shit.
Man,
I tell you, that's the part I don't get. Like, you watching shit happen. Like, I don't understand. Like, am I the only one seeing this shit? What the fuck?
Probably.
Like, man. Fellas act like niggas is the only ones that's supposed to get shitted on all the time.
Well, we the ones that...
As soon as it's somebody else, they start deflecting to us. Like, why they ain't getting shitted on? Like, what?
Or why aren't they, you pointed out, why aren't they taking up arms and fighting? I'm like, nah, because for the past 50, 60 years, you said that you couldn't do shit to help these communities and you need extra law and extra elections. Then the moment you decide to flood our country, you pull a bunch of money out your ass and give these foreign nationals benefits that you don't give any of the legal immigrants. You don't give any of the citizens. You give these foreign fuckers the health benefits, housing, and all this shit. And these people have to watch these people move into their neighborhoods. Of course, they're going to be angry.
And then you know what's pissing me off though, for real.
What's that?
Because I've been seeing the play. Soon as motherfuckers get on their feet, they gonna act like they ain't get shit.
Oh yeah.
They came here with $3. Nobody gave them nothing. That's the shit I don't. That's the shit I don't like. I do not. I hate that shit because that's what's happening. It's already happening.
Yeah, I heard. It's funny we mentioned it. It goes in full circle. I watched this speech with Martin Luther King not too long before he went to see Jesus, and he was talking about how there were still sharecroppers. There were people who were direct descendants of slaves that were still owed assistance. They weren't given assistance, yet they were still giving European farmers grants that they didn't have to pay back, giving them land. And he was like, you're giving all this shit and you telling the black man to pull himself up by his bootstraps. And he's like, I'm going to DC to get our check. And then he was, I think after he said that shit, it was like 2 weeks later, he got.
If you notice, America been doing the same play over and over and over, just different groups of motherfuckers though. They've been doing this same play over and over and over and over again.
My thing is, I think it's just to keep uninformed, unchosen people fighting over bullshit while the cloak is being pulled over their eyes.
What you mean?
You focusing on arguing with each other over nonsense.
Nope.
Meanwhile, you're not paying attention to what's really going down.
I'm gonna keep it even. I'm gonna take it to a super dark place. You know what the problem is? A lot of these other groups don't give a fuck about getting in the middle, as long as they ain't down here with us.
Dude, I'm still.
They not trying to fight. They not trying to fight nothing. They fuck as long as they ain't on the bottom with us. They don't care.
I've had people call me a fat fuck when I make them laugh and become my friend 6 minutes later. Dude, I'm still in shock. There's still sundown towns in parts of Virginia. Like,
hell yeah.
I have been protected.
Every state got
my flaggers half the time from all of this BS. I ain't see it. That's why I told motherfuckers, I said, in my life, my 51 years, I never had somebody 10-toe down, look me right into my soul and go, I never had nobody do that.
You know why I hate when black people say that shit?
Why?
Because we been here so long, right? That we know we're not to go. Brother, we from Connecticut, nigga. You know, at certain towns we just not going in at night, and you know that too. And you know I'm not.
Shit,
just
I done had cops
shit.
run my ass up out of a place. I'm on my way to a friend's house.
That's a sundown town,
Fairfield.
Nigga.
In Fairfield, and they pulled me over, and my shit checked out. I had no warrants. They checked my passenger as well. Is Mark Mayhem? May he rest in peace. He passed away some years ago. And I was like, why you need his ID? He's just give it. Where are you young men heading? Oh, we got a friend that's doing a get together out here. Not anymore. If I see you again, I'm gonna arrest you. I said, arrest us for what? We haven't done nothing. I'll figure it out when I pull you over again. Get the fuck out of here.
But brother, even worse than that though. I ain't even talking about the little towns around in Bridgeport. It's towns in Connecticut that, like us, we've been here forever. You gone, but I've been here forever. It's certain towns I've never even been to. And it's a small ass
most
state.
of Connecticut. Yeah, most of Connecticut we haven't been to. I didn't know. You know how old I was when I realized most of Connecticut is rural? I was just
rural, yeah.
When I moved to Woodbury, Connecticut with a girl I was dating. I was staying at her crib. We was in Woodbury, Connecticut. They left the doors unlocked. I couldn't sleep till I locked them damn doors. And it wasn't no need to leave it unlocked. She was coming in through the garage. So I was home by myself and I just couldn't sleep till I went and locked the front door.
I'm terrified to leave my door. I'll leave my doors unlocked in the hood before I leave my doors unlocked in one of them neighborhoods.
Well, we keep our shit locked now. I'll be leaving my doors. I used to leave them unlocked. Nene needs this shit bolstered up. She don't like it unlocked. She said if she feels safer with me here, but she was like, nah, I just rather them be secured.
Nah, I get it. She right though.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah, she ain't wrong though. Now I'm gonna be completely honest. I went down a complete rabbit hole. What are we talking about?
Anything and everything that comes to mind,
bro. I zoned out so hard because I looked at Ozzy Osbourne. I looked at his children. I looked at his wives. Bro, I went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, ain't nothing going on. Ozzy, look, if it was Ozzy just died because he was an old sickly man. Look, if it was some, and Ozzy did fuck with the occult, but what I'm saying is the Ozzy Osbourne shit ain't they trying to say now they saying the Hulk Hogan shit is suspect. Come on, man.
Yeah, no. So
okay, so what?
No, you're good. Sorry, I was just saying. Yeah, no, I went down the entire rabbit hole. I looked at his past, his present, his future, anything that could be connected. I looked at his children, his wives. I looked at everything. Everything was completely normal. Like the only thing that stood out was the one song he made back on July 13th of 2015, which was Black Sabbath. Which he released it on that exact day. And I'm like, that's a little edgy, but it's not that suspicious, you know. But other than that,
old sickly man. Yeah, that ain't.
Yeah.
Now, when motherfuckers that young ass die, that's something different. But old people, motherfuckers be trying to squeeze a conspiracy every time a celebrity die. They humans. People die.
There was talk because with the amount of drugs and the amount of shit Ozzy been through in his life, it would have taken out most normal human beings. And they were saying that when
he should have been dead.
Yeah, but they were saying when they did the genetic test, he has a little more Neanderthal in him than regular cats, allegedly. So he had that.
Shit, he was biting, wasn't he biting pigeon rat heads off and all kind of shit?
Yeah, that was an accident, allegedly. Allegedly, that was an accident. He thought it was fake. He thought it was fake, allegedly.
This my theory though. He didn't start really. Correct me if I'm wrong. He didn't start saying that shit was an accident till later.
I don't know.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't never remember him saying that shit was an accident until I got grown. and then all was an accident.
Well, we wasn't really, looking shit up on the internet when we were little.
Yeah, that's true. Wasn't no internet.
Okay, got bat, dove. Okay, he bit a bunch of heads off.
So that was no accident. It was just his stick.
I sent his ass down the rabbit hole. LMAO.
Yeah.
I'll shut the entrance and let you go in there. You fucking ass. God damn it.
Okay, he has one scenario where he bit the head off a bat. It says, yes, Ozzy Osbourne did bite the head off a bat during a 1982 concert in Des Moines, Iowa, after a fan threw a real bat on his stage. Ozzy claimed initially he thought it was a rubber toy and the bat was possibly already dead or incapacitated. The incident caused a scandal, and Osbourne had to receive rabies shots, which confirmed for him that it was not a toy. He was about to do the pre-COVID shit. He was Wuhaning it up in that motherfucker.
You know
Charlie
how, first of all, my nigga,
heard.
You know how savage you gotta be to bite the head off of anything alive, living animal. Like,
yeah, I like my food to come pre-murdered.
Niggas take butcher knives and shit to like what?
Bring me my food already.
I don't even think you could do that by mistake. I don't think you could do that by mistake.
Well, if it was dead, he claimed he thought it was a rubber bat, which
even if it's dead, I don't think you could do that shit by mistake. I'm sorry.
Once you sink into it.
Yeah, once you grab it, a whole bunch of shit is factors into that.
Well, if you hopped up on cocaine and amphetamines, you probably won't even know. You're in a drunken high stupor. There's people that
I don't think you don't know. I think
if you that high,
you probably don't. It's not that you don't know. You don't give a fuck.
That could be it too, because that's what I tell people when they say, I made a bad mistake because I was drunk. No, the drunk made you make a logical decision that was based off of your drunk perception. You knew what you were doing is wrong. You just made an excuse to do wrong shit, unless you were blackout. Yeah, you were black. Oh yeah, you're blackout. You don't. Yeah.
So here's another thing. This is gonna be controversial, I feel like, for women viewers at least. But I've noticed, right? Like, I even have a friend of mine that she said herself, I am not a working wife. I don't want to be a breadwinner. I don't want to work for a living.
Okay.
I want to be taken care of. Which is fair. She knows what she wants.
Facts.
Which is good. But a lot more women are doing that. They don't want to work. Well, but they also don't want to cook. They don't want to clean.
Yeah, it's a trade-off. If you don't want
to, a lot of them bitches gonna be died by themselves.
Yeah, because here's the deal: if you want a stay-at-home mommy situation, the shit doesn't come scot-free. You got a man providing for you. You got to hold the house down. You got to run the house. You got to do all that other shit. Stay-at-home mom, yeah, you do get some downtime. You do get some shit you got to do, especially if you run an efficient camp. If you run an efficient camp as a stay-at-home mom, your husband won't want for anything. He'll understand what you did. Like, I have friends who have stay-at-home wives. I'm not gonna call them out. They said that what really made them respect their wives was when their wives left and they had to do all the shit on their own, including cook for themselves. It was like, damn, she does a lot. And I was like, are you gonna give her appreciation for it? He said, hell no, she'll never let me hear the end of this shit. I'm just gonna buy her a bunch of expensive gifts. That's what the men do. He's like, he'll show you appreciation through other channels, especially if he thinks you're gonna abuse it, if he gives you credit. But you think about it, her whole life, she didn't have to. Well, she worked taking care of the boys, but the boys, her kids are grown now, and she's still like working, but she's keeping all of her money to herself, and she's still living that dream. You know,
a lot of these chicks is getting fooled by shit they seeing on the internet. They seeing a lot of these women on the internet pretending like they got all this money, and that shit is cap. When all this shit, when all these smoke and mirrors go away, because it always goes away when the 10 minutes of the minutes of fame is over and all this shit is over and real life sets in, we gonna see who really got money and shit. Motherfuckers broke. People we see on TV ain't really got no money.
She said, drunk high girls see me as a 12, but sober girls see me as a 4. Women are never meant to be loyal like the medieval times back in the day when a village got raided. The women were killed. No, they knew what was and really did. Well, really went with the raiders. Hey, there's a theory I had that shows why women genetically are better at dealing with loss than men. Throughout eternity, when it was tribal warfare,
they're
the women,
hypergamous.
the women that were loyal to their warriors that were slain were also slain if they didn't fall in the line. So all the women that had that genealogy that was really like 100% loyal and couldn't get over the loss of their loves, their genetic line was wiped out because they wiped them out. The women that could assimilate and fold into the new culture of the new leaders were the ones that were allowed to maintain and continue to procreate. That might be why they're better at dealing. They're better at dealing with loss than men. Like I know my here's the deal. My sisters, I could tell you right now, they have their emotional things, but I think they're emotionally stronger than me in certain aspects because when we had our situation where we lost my mom, they seem to deal with it a hell of a lot more appropriate than my black ass. I just buried the shit down and went to work. I didn't want to address it. I didn't want to talk about it. I just wanted to fucking grind.
Same. Like
I just wanted to take my mind off it.
Not even gonna lie, when my grandmother was basically my mother because she raised me, and I lost her just last year.
I'm sorry, brother.
It's about a year coming up. Now the thing about it is it's still hard on me.
Oh yeah,
it still weighs on me. The first thing I did after we went to her funeral, buried her, and I dropped my wife off, I got in my car and I hit about 200 miles per hour. I drove. And my wife was like, you need to stop. You need to come home. You need to come home. And I hung up. I couldn't.
But you know what? One thing I gotta say, when you got a good woman like your wife, you gotta kind of listen to her sometime too. Because I've seen so many men when they have a woman, if a woman's like bonded with you and they sync with you, she was begging you to come home because she knew something was fucking wrong.
Yeah.
She needed your ass to come home. So and I got friends who their lives were saved because their wives saw some shit and was on their ass about it. They were annoyed, didn't want to listen, but in the end, listening to their wives saved their lives.
Yeah, she's done it multiple times for me already because she knows me at this point to where if I'm hungry, she'll be like, "Hey, dinner's ready," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." If I don't eat for because I have a bad habit, I have autism, so I just won't eat.
Yeah.
And if there's comes a time where I haven't eaten and she knows I haven't eaten, she'll bring me food and she'll be like, "Hey, you need to eat," and I'll be like, "I'm not hungry," and she'll sit there and be like, "Eat."
Yo, I had situations where I was sitting because I do that shit too. I'll be forgetting to eat and shit. When my mind's involved in something, I'll just focus on that shit 100%. And by the time I realize I didn't eat, my first meal of the day be 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was eating healthy shit, it'd be great. It'd be intermittent fasting. I'll just eat bullshit. So that equals fat nigga. So and then I would have somebody who was with me and they'd be like, "Are you hungry?" I was like, "Yo, I've been working all day. I haven't eaten shit." What you mean? Of course I'm hungry. I'll think about it. But when you have a motherfucker that's in sync, because I've dated people these are people I wasn't dating. It was just friends. But I've dated people where they just would notice if you didn't eat. And for some reason, when they made the food, but they would make the food, a sandwich from them be much better than one I could have made myself. Shit just tastes better. The lettuce is crispier. The bread is more delectable. It's just way more delicious when someone that loves you makes that food.
Yeah. So that's actually an actual thing, So there was this is not a conspiracy. This was actually humanly done. They took about 5 babies, like actual babies, put them in a room, and the only time that the assistants would go into the room would be during feeding or changing. They wouldn't give the baby love. They wouldn't cuddle them. They wouldn't do anything. The experiment was to see if the love of and the presence of the parent actually plays a part in the growth of the child. And now 2 out of 5 babies, 2 of them survived.
Oh, wow.
Even though they had all the nutrients they need, all the care they needed, they just didn't have the love and the support and actual caring people. Now, the 3 died, dude. They don't know why. They were completely healthy. Their vitals were normal. There was nothing wrong with them. They were perfectly fine. The other 2, they grew up. And when they grew up, they came and talked to them as teenagers. And they were like, so how are you feeling? You know, how's this and that? And they were robotic.
Wow.
They didn't care.
So the only ones that survive are like little tiny narcissistic sociopaths.
Well, no, they killed themselves.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they shot themselves when they were released into the world. They were like, I don't know what love feels like. I don't know what anger feels like. I don't know what any of this feels like. I don't know why I'm here. So they shot themselves.
See, I'm glad. Here's what here's one of the things that I've learned as a father. When you got your seed, your child there, you want to love on them. You want to hold them. You want to be close to them. You want to get to see and take part in everything that is them. So I just thank God I gave my kids plenty of hugs and kisses and shit. Hopefully none of them grow up and be wild like that.
My grandma died and went to a bar and got drunk.
Started.
You got it.
Yo, he's a big boy.
Deployed tasers.
Chris is a big boy.
Good God. Chris
is a big boy.
Oh, he's a big boy?
Oh, yeah.
You should have fought and did 3 tasers.
No, too much fighting. He would have got a bullet in the ass. Luckily, they were able to take him down if they deployed 2 tasers. You ever seen a motherfucker fight through a taser? I'm scared for the cops that hit the nigga with a taser and they don't go down. Ooh, damn, and he just eating that? My favorite one. A girl called the cops on a dude. Dude smoking a cigarette. Big dude. No shirt. Titties hanging. And the girl goes, he did this. The cop said, get down. He said, I'm telling you. Blah, blah, blah. And he goes, bah, they hit him. He looks over at the woman. I'm going to get you, bitch. He didn't flinch. I was like, damn, he meant that. She's fucked.
Yeah, no, bro, I remember when I was a correctional officer, I was working in
oh damn.
Yeah. I was working in I'm gonna just say a facility to keep it off the record.
Yes, sir.
But I was working in a facility and they're not allowed to call them the restrictive units anymore. Or they're not allowed to call them solitary confinement. They're now called restrictive housing units.
Okay, they started doing that in the feds too.
Same shit.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
It is.
It's just they outlawed the name of solitary confinement because it's
negative.
Inhumane.
And
yeah, but they
still the same shit.
There's different names. Yeah.
That's like me calling. We're gonna change me punching you in the mouth from assault to just fist cuddling.
Yeah.
You're kissing my kiss. That's all you're doing.
Color. It's a kiss. Or as the little girls go, it's a knuckle sandwich. It's just a knuckle sandwich. Just digest it.
But anyway, right? You don't know how tough someone truly is, right? You know, you get that presence when you first meet someone. Like, you know, I'm not messing with this motherfucker. To, you know, I could take him in a fight. To, okay, I can win this. Right? Well, there's this one dude in the restrictive unit. He didn't give 0 fucks. And this dude decided to shit in his own hand, put it on the window.
That's the shit they did.
And he said, either send me out today to county so I can do, serve my actual time, or I'm going to fuck all of you up. So we had to go in and clean the mirrors, and we were like, hey, put your hand through the hole so we can handcuff you. He wouldn't do it. So we had to call in Team A, right? We called in Team A. It's about 6 people, one with a shield, all of us with gloves and helmets and the whole fucking suit. We go in. We don't even go in yet. We throw CO gas in there and pepper spray because he's not obeying.
You both OC and pepper spray?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because the pepper spray, he was legit not even coughing. He wasn't caught.
Gas that'll hit the respiratory, but that as soon as it's not actively floating, it goes away better.
But he also, like, we could see him. We can see him through the window, right?
Through the streaks of shit.
Yeah. and we throw the CO gas in there because the pepper spray, obviously we weren't able to actually spray him. So we throw the CO gas in there. Bro, explain to me how this dude takes the CO gas, puts it up to his eyes, and looks directly at us.
That nigga was crazy.
Bro, I was like, I told my sergeant, I was like, I'm not going in there.
I wouldn't, damn sure.
And he was like, you're gonna go in there because we got to get in there.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, fuck, I've been told by my sergeant it's an order. So now we open the door. This dude bursts past all of us. He barrels through all of us like we're fucking standing stones.
He might have been high on something.
I
sound like a PCP type situation.
I think he was. He might have been on some K2. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep, sounds about right.
But he barrels past all of us. So we're now chasing him down the corridor because fucking Central didn't listen, did not, lock up, don't open doors. We're on lockdown.
What kind of rinky-dink establishment were you working at?
It was a rehab center.
Oh, so it was like correctional light. They were kind of like treatment-based staff.
Yeah.
In a actual correctional facility, there's no way in hell they would open that door without a proper officer.
It was considered an actual correctional facility because we housed mentally ill, we housed DUIs, we housed addicts, and they were actually in a pod and stuff like that.
But you had people in Central Command that was open the door for shitty demons running down corridors.
Yeah, they weren't checking cameras. That's the thing.
That's crazy.
They're supposed to check cameras.
Yeah.
And apparently their walkie-talkie was dead, and they were charging it.
So my boy was just buzzing doors and just getting through.
Yeah, he's just getting through. But at this point, we're like, fuck, he can go through the front office. This
nigga could have walked all the way out the facility.
And I'm like, I'm hoping he doesn't catch on. So I break into Central, basically, because I buzz myself in, and I have the keys. So I buzz myself in. I look at Central. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I grabbed the fucking taser off the wall because we keep all the tasers in there. I grabbed the taser. I have to run and tackle this dude and tase him to get him on the ground. He's eating this taser like it's breakfast.
I imagine so.
But I'm having to hold him down, hoping the taser at least numbs his muscles to where he doesn't know where his arms are.
This motherfucker was inhaling OC like an inhaler.
Yeah, bro.
Of course he was going to eat a taser. Damn.
Bro, this dude was scary. I still see this sight in my nightmares. He was scary as fuck. His eyes were red as fuck. Like, bro, he was high. He had to be.
Oh, definitely. Chris says correction hate me during processing, especially when they said bend over and cough, because I do the Ace Ventura talking butt cheeks and go, do not pass go, do not collect $200. He's up Spanish, OC, and pepper spray is seasoning, motherfucker. Corrections love me. They were like, Chris, let's keep you happy and docile and funny, so no need to see angry Chris. So they left me alone and let me read and eat my food. I mean, honestly, a lot of cats when they locked up, that's what you gotta do. Just let them do their time. Don't fuck with
stop
them.
bothering them. Yeah, a lot of the asshole COs don't care though.
Right? And a lot of them are like, "Oh, we have so many people that we have to feed today," and I'm like, "Okay, let them take the food back to their pod." We're rushing them. They only have like 10 minutes to eat, if that.
See, in my facility, in my first facility in the Whaley Avenue, they gave them time to eat their grub. And it was fucked up. I remember when I was a rookie, right? And the first thing they do is put you in a pod. The next day after you graduate the academy, you're in a motherfucking pod. These niggas know you got the shiny ass name tag, new uniforms. They know you're a rookie. So if you don't build a rapport with the niggas serving the food, they'll hand your whole fucking pod's food into one tier. And you got to be the goofy nigga to call down the food service to get the rest of the food for the rest of the pods because these niggas gave all your food away to one pod.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens.
Yo, that ain't happened to me. I watched that shit and counted the trays with them motherfuckers. I was like, okay. I said, if I knew I could trust them, it's different. If I had a rapport, I was brand new. I sat in every tier, watched them hand they shit in. I counted it with them niggas. I was like, because I knew they was going to play. They was going to play you.
They were going to play hooky. Yeah, they got to play hooky. That's what people don't...
When the adults away, the kids will play. These mothers got nothing but time on their hands. You was just the entertainment. Especially when you're a rookie nigga that's paranoid about everything.
Bro, before I was even promoted, they knew I was promoted before I did.
Inmates did?
Yeah.
I overheard people talking. They be knowing. I was basically Green Mile without the superpowers in Spanish, not on death row. No mouse, a lot of ramen and fruit punch.
Another thing. Sorry, go for it. No,
go ahead. Another thing.
Another thing is like men aren't as dirty as you think in prison. They keep their shit clean. They cut their own hair. They make sure they bathe. They keep their shit clean.
Yeah, for the most part.
You get your ass whooped if you be a savage. Yeah, you. If you in there don't not bathe, the nigga will whoop your ass in there for that.
I had the inmates. They was trying not to whoop this dude's ass. He was a Haitian.
Yeah, they tried not to. They
came to me and it was like, "Yo,
get on your ass."
And it was one dude that came to me and said, "Yo, listen, I don't like talking to the po-po, but this nigga gonna get beat up. He's smelling like a box of assholes, and he's refusing to take a shower. This nigga that had on the same drawers for weeks straight. We get fresh drawers. Why this nigga ain't washing his ass?" I said, "I'll talk to him." So I had him come in. Dude looked a little off. He wasn't all there. And I'll say, "Hey, listen, brother. How you doing? What's going on with you?" He's like, I'm good. When's the last time you took a shower? He goes, "I take one every day." I'm gonna call bullshit, my boy. I smell you from here. You stink. I said, I'm gonna need you to go wash your ass. But have you today. You grab you some fresh shit. You go wash your ass, okay? He was like, "Oh, okay." He leaves, right? So this nigga, I see him go down with his bedroll and everything, his towel roll, and he go in the shower. Then this other dude named from Brooklyn, New York nigga, goes, "CO." It's like, "What's up?" "Yo, that nigga standing in the back of the water. He ain't washing his fucking ass." So I go in there, open the curtain. Sure enough, this nigga got them shitty ass, dingy drawers standing in the corner while the water's running and not hitting him.
What the fuck?
I said, "Get in the fucking water, man. Grab the soap." I had to yell at this nigga.
Yeah, that shit is in the handbook. That shit is in the handbook. You gotta wash your ass. That shit, hygiene is in there.
I was like, "Wash your shit." Ass, man. Here's a fucked up thing. He still had his drawers on. I didn't want to see his dick. I made that nigga lather up his boxers. I made him wash his ass in front of me. I ain't make him take his drawers off. And I was like, "Listen, nigga, if you don't wash your ass and you don't start doing it, somebody's going to fuck you up. Would you rather take a bath or an ass whooping?" I think a shower is way better than an ass whooping. Start washing your ass. I'm not going to be here and watch you wash your ass every day.
They will beat your motherfucking ass in there for that. I'm telling you.
But no, like, bro, I didn't have much drama with the male inmates. Like, they were good. They were chill. You gave them respect. They give respect, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it rolls. As long as you respect them, they'll respect you.
You ever work with the females?
Mine was co-ed.
What the fuck? That's not real.
Yes, it is.
They was in there together?
No. We had
different units. Female
Yeah.
units and male units. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
East Wing
that's
and
dope.
West Wing.
Yeah.
So the female unit, right? Trauma like no
Oh,
tomorrow.
always. They don't police themselves. They make officers get involved when they don't need to. They did that. I worked at female corrections in the feds. It was horrible.
Bro.
It wasn't horrible. The physical threat wasn't there, but they just couldn't. The girls that was my favorite inmates was studs.
Oh,
Straight up
God,
studs.
I hated studs.
Oh, I loved them as long as they not man hating studs. If they regular studs, they cool as shit because they don't run around. They're not gay for the state. They're not running around doing licky and all the bitches. They get their bitches, and their bitches is their bitches. As long as nobody fuck with their bitches, they don't fight. They don't do nothing.
Exactly.
You fuck with one of their bitches, they gonna whoop your ass like a nigga.
Exactly.
The studs was my nigga. So, I used to go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I had the female hall one day, right? And bro, I tell you, I was working with a female coworker and I was working with a male. And bro, the dude kept going, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and go over to the other side." I was like, "Okay, no problem." You know, we had to switch out every so often anyway. So I said, "Okay, no problem." He goes over there. Next thing I know, my walkie goes off. And he's like, "Hey, I need help. I have a fight in pod 2." And I'm like, "Pod 2? That's what hall?" You know? And he didn't say the hall. So I go over and I'm like, I know this man's voice. It's probably over here. I go over to pod 2. He's in the middle of a fucking fist fight between two chicks. And they looked at him after he walked in to try to stop the fight. They looked at each other, stopped, looked at him, and started beating his ass.
Oh yeah, you know that.
And yeah. I was like, whoa, let's stop here. You know, I had respect with everybody. You know, I spent my dues. I got sergeant rank at least. You know, I did my dues. And I was like, yo, what's going on? Why are y'all fighting? Let's stop this bullshit. Y'all are only in here to, you know, because you did something stupid on the outside. Let's not do something stupid in here.
Stupid on the inside.
And
make this worse.
They calmed down after a minute and they were like, they both pointed at his ass and they were like, if his stupid ass would have stayed out of here, we would have been fine. I was like, whoa, were y'all throwing fists? They were like, no, we were just yelling at each other. And we were yelling because she fucked my bitch. And I was like,
I
was like, okay. She fucked your bitch. But let me tell you something. Was the bitch worth it? And she started laughing. She was like, are you for real? I was like, do you see me kidding? Was the bitch worth it? If she's going to fuck another bitch, why are you going to try to fuck this bitch again? Do you want what she just got? I don't.
Yeah. Yo, one of my boys, we had found there was this legendary homemade dildo in the female facility. We heard about it, but it was like a unicorn. We never found it in shakedowns and shit. So I think one of us found that motherfucker in the shakedown. And I'm saying that motherfucker was like long and girthy. It was like ridiculous. And it was, I think they like wrapped t-shirts and electric tape and rubber gloves over it. They had a whole strap on. And then one of my boys was like, you ladies should be ashamed of yourself letting a huge dildo fly back and forth. Y'all gonna be useless to your man. Who's taking this? And the girls was rolling. It was like, who the fuck is gonna be useless to your man once you get out after this? But you know what I didn't like? One of the main things I didn't like about the female corrections, because I was a CO during the time. Y'all watched that show Orange is the New Black, right?
Yeah.
I was a CO in the federal facility, the ladies whose memoirs that's based off of. I was a CO through her time there. That was my rookie year and everything. And I could tell you one thing. That chick was a pain in the ass. I remember her. And when she got released, she walked out and go, hi, Mr. Clinton. I was like, all right. She's like, I'm going to make a movie. I'm going to put you in it. I ain't see no characters on there that remind me of me, except for when she was locked in SEG. But there's characters on there that are Cara pictures of people I worked with. Except for the cripple nigga. The nigga that got one leg that was banging an inmate. They don't hire you with one leg.
You knew the dude who was based on the white dude that was fucking the Spanish chick?
There's a couple of they smushed a couple of dudes together. But,
all right.
the one with the weird haircut.
Yeah,
that was he wasn't a dude that fucked inmates. He was a different type of dude, but he was a character. This character is so similar to that officer outside of the fucking of inmates because he was on up and up. He never touched no inmates. He would never do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's been retired for years now.
Yes, but I know mashing personalities
together. Like when she was in seg, when are you gonna let me out? When we're ready to let you out. I said that shit to her when she was in seg. Whenever we let you out, because I didn't know why she was in seg. I just knew she was causing problems in the unit. That's why she got in trouble. You know. And then there was obviously like there's people we work with that got popped for having relations with these female inmates. Yeah, and shit, there's one of the dudes I worked with, he was having relations, got caught. They arrested him outside the facility, the criminal investigators and all that, prosecuted him. He got like 12, 13 years, and he has to register as a schmeck offender when he gets popped. That dude tried to set up another hit. He tried to set up another hit while he's still in there. So he got retried, convicted again for murder for hire, and he was in it for life. He got mixed up with the Aryan Brotherhood and they beat him to death. Which is crazy. I worked next to this dude a lot. I knew him very well, I thought. He didn't seem like a yeah, and I just couldn't imagine because I seen pictures of his son. Son's a beautiful young man, beautiful baby. He's grown now. He's got to be an adult now. But yeah, he tried to get rid of his son's mom. He tried to do all this shit.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
That convict coochie had you bugging, bruh. Bugging. Wild. Yeah, I was one of my boys. It's funny. One of my boys, he pulled people aside. He said, "Listen, you know, as a man, I know you got urges and shit. You know how much pussy is out here in these streets?" He said, "If you ever find yourself tempted to fuck with one of these bitches, just go rub one out. Post-nut clarity is a real thing." Mm-hmm. If it's that bad, go rub one out, my boy. I'm sure after you bust that nut, you'll choose the right path. Unless it's somebody that's like what do you call it? Sex obsessed or has a sexual. Yeah,
you probably shouldn't be working in no jail, then no prison.
Oh, you definitely shouldn't. You
probably need to go. Sex. You probably need therapy, nigga, before you go work anywhere for real. Like
now with the opposite sex, if you could work there, if you a sexual addict and you working with all dudes, you probably good unless you gay. Then you fuck because you gonna have them little motherfuckers
you'll
switching.
Be in there trying to fuck all the CO bitches and the nurses and everybody.
That's fine.
Else.
You can fuck them though.
That ain't fine, nigga. That should cause all kind of conflict.
It will, but not prison time. It'll cause you to lose.
Oh yeah,
your job,
you ain't gonna go to jail. Yeah, you ain't gonna go to jail.
You're not endangering a ward of the state or the federal government because no matter what, they can't consent to sexual relations, even if they think they're in love with you. That shit's still violation.
And then even after they get out, you still can't have a relation with them for at least 3 years.
With the feds, they got to be off paper for I think 5 years.
That's
or some period of time.
That's some if period you're still working there though.
Right? Yeah. You could. I mean, if you quit and go to do something else, you can holler at them. I actually know former people I work with that's married to former inmates now. Female.
Nigga, that's so wild, nigga.
Females,
hell no.
Yeah. And was swearing to me that it's all those things you hear are untrue. That's not true. Then a year later, this bitch is married to them. I was like, oh, it wasn't true, was it? You had some inappropriate shit going on, shorty.
Imagine a dude from Martin being a CO. Hey, Almond doing bed checks. Oh, fuck, man. That nigga was a tall nigga, too.
Yo, man. You know what's funny? You know how that we talked about it one night with how that dude got that character in.
And he was a writer. He was a writer or some shit.
Yeah. He said one day Martin had an attitude and he was all pissed off. And then he go, what's wrong? And Martin said, today's not the day, my boy. Today's not the day. Oh, what you up here having with that attitude? Looking all almondy. And then he left, right? He forgot about it. He said, either I'm make this nigga laugh or I'm gonna get fired. So he said later on, the dude comes, yo, Martin wants you on the set. He wants you to help out with something. He's like, what the fuck? He said, yo, that character you did, that gay shit, you need to do that now. He was like, I ain't doing that shit. My mama watched this show. He was like, nah, you need to do it. That shit was funny. And I think he wound up being like on 3 episodes after that. Yo, what's up? Ooh, woo. Is that our that's Meg. Okay, what's up, Shody? You up on a Twitchster. Is this a different Twitch account? This is not your regular, or did you change the name again? Yeah, I know. I said your government. My bad. Why you be changing names, yo? It wasn't ooh woo before. Or did you make this recently? I'm sorry. Yo, imagine a dude. Okay, you got a man. Hey, Almondy. And he's a big dude. He's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, that's why I say a big dude too. Like,
bro, why are people popping in here just saying you smexy?
No, that's her name. That's her normal name is Smexy.
Oh no.
Her normal internet name.
Twitch.
Oh.
What's her address?
Yeah, but you should have keep your name the same across all platforms you stream. Well, you don't stream on Twitch though. You don't stream on Twitch. Sunday Troublemaker makers. Hey, quarter. We popping
salute.
OG, she usually comes through on the Facebook, as us old dudes call it, but she came through on Twitch. Much love flowing in on Twitch. I want to start doing some game streams over on Twitch. I want to jump into one of those RP servers and roll through, see what entertainment we could find.
All right, so here's a question.
All the time in the world, man. Salute.
Yes.
Here's a question, y'all. Right?
What's up?
I could swap.
Y'all know the New York bean, right?
The who?
The New York bean, the big fucking metal bean.
The bean. Where the
New York bean?
Bean, B-E-A-N.
Is that like some huge vagina in New York?
Hold on.
I don't know what that is. I never heard of
the New York bean. It could be something. I'm just not thinking. If I heard of it, it's not ringing a bell right now.
I know I never heard of this shit.
Yeah, it's in New York. It's a bean sculpture in New York.
Oh, not safe for work. My channel on Twitch is 18 and up. Don't come in here unless you're grown. That's a bean in New York. Hello, Sunday Show. Oh, she came in on her Facebook.
Oh, okay, yeah. On the Facebook.
Oh, sorry. Okay. No, the Chicago bean.
So it's a Chicago bean.
Apparently, there's one in Chicago and one in New York.
I never heard of it. What's that? That must be one of the conspiracy.
It's a sculpture?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
It's
pull it up. It don't need no sound or nothing.
ANISH Kapoors. KAPOOR.
No, it's right here.
Yeah.
What the fuck is it?
It's a big ass bean.
Yeah, it's just a big ass bean. It's just a big ass metal bean.
Just kind of shiny.
What? Like they just put that shit there? What is that?
It's just
like where is that?
This is what we call that's the clitoris of Chicago. If you go up and rub on that bitch, the state does better.
So apparently,
who paid for them shits? Like who funded that?
This happened to be on Twitch.
Probably the city.
Yo, Twitch is my
That's
shit.
Crazy wasting people tax money on that shit.
I forgot how to fucking
official name Cloudgate Anish Kapoor. Location Millennium Park, Chicago. Appearance a large, highly polished stainless steel sculpture that looks like a kidney bean reflecting its surroundings. Now, did you guys see there was a sculpture put up that was basically like a FaceTime for one city to the next? So it'd be like, let's say the sculpture was in Los Angeles. It'd be FaceTime in like Tokyo. And people could look in it and see people from across the world. That shit was kind of cool.
Okay,
why
so
they keep wanting to do this weird shit, man? Everybody need to mind their business. Like, you know
hey, Julian, I'm gonna send you something on Discord. I want you to copy and paste this search.
All right, hold on. Let me remove this whole booyah. Oh, not that one. Oh no. Man, that's a spaceship from that chick in Men in Black 3.
I'm fucking.
I gotta rewatch Men in Black 3. There's a bunch of movies I gotta rewatch because due to the fact that I was inebriated when I watched them the first time. Listen, the bad thing is men still struggle to find it. The Bean, I ain't never struggled to find it. I always found that motherfucker. It never was really hidden.
Yeah, I don't know why people say it's hidden.
You play down there long enough, you'll find it.
This is stupid.
You know what I'm saying? That's like what that was like one time, man. I was sitting outside of a Harley shop with a bunch of my bike brothers, and they were clearing out the parking lot, rolling all the bikes inside. This was the one in, I think it was Fairfax. I'm not sure. So it was a girl. She was so skilled that she rolled past the door a couple times, and the dude rolled past the door, and she was like, I'm surprised you missed the hole that big. And he said, yeah, sometimes I do miss it. And then my boy goes, I don't care about missing it, long as you let me keep getting a stab at it. That's all I care about. And then we started rolling because they was acting like it was a vagina, like you could miss it. And you'd be surprised at the number of who are too lazy to find it. And then, well, you know what it is? They just skillful at getting a nut quicker than you. You got to be able to beat them to the game. You got to be better at it.
It all depends on how you look at it. Like,
yeah. If they beat you to the nut, especially if they've been pumping on it for at least 20, 30 minutes, and they still beat you to the nut, you got to be better. You got to be better, do better. Well, fuck better. People that drive you. Fuck people that drive you towards that nut. If you fucking somebody and they take them a half hour to get you there, you just picked the wrong guide to your location.
You gotta do better.
What you trying to do, bitch? Come right, I'll beat you. Do better next time. You can win. I forgot who said that joke. I think it was Chris Rock. Hey, the bitch get mad at me for coming too quick. It's what you were fucking trying to do. Come right. Well, I'll beat you. Do better next time. You might win. It's the north of the gates of hell. Sometimes the gates be sturdy and sometimes they be falling off the hinges. Listen, if it's 30 minutes, I still haven't reached my destination. I'm bouncing. Right? That mean that nigga don't even know how to get to your house. He on the wrong nap.
I ain't gonna front 30 minutes there seem like forever. It might not, but because it's like a 30-minute fight. That shit long.
Yo,
like,
I'm out of shape.
Is long.
I'm out of shape, bro. I'm risking my life giving you a good solid hardcore 15. So we ain't gonna make it 30. I'm gonna hit you.
That's so crazy to me.
Tell them to use ways. Yo, shit. That's why I had this girl I was talking to, and she said she never masturbated. I said, the hell you mean you never masturbated? She said, why would I touch my coochie if men's supposed to do it? I said, how you supposed to know how to get to your house if you don't even know the goddamn direction? Play with that thing. God gave it to you for a reason. You should know it. Play with it.
I don't even know if I believe that. Like, you know,
I believe it. I'm 10 times fold. You should. Hell yeah, play with your coochie, lady.
No, I'm talking about the girl, what she told you.
Oh, that she never played with it? I believe it. Yeah. She was a little stubborn. I believe it. Yeah. Some people like that. And it's not really, she could have been lying. I mean, I ain't have at least I think I got her there. I didn't really care to double check. If you said I'm good, I'm good. High five. See you next time, shorty. Men use their GPS and still get lost and refuse to ask for directions. How the heck you gonna expect?
I don't know what kind of men them is. My navigation be getting me everywhere I need to get safely.
You know? In the bedroom, it's not that big a map to find that shit. It's only a couple.
It's kind of easy. Yeah, it's kind of easy.
Yeah. I love them shy females out of nowhere to come. And I'm like, holy shit. Yo, you know what's the best thing about it? And this is what people don't really talk about. The encounter with a woman is way better if she's comfortable and super into you. Mm-hmm. You won't have to really fight. If y'all have that organic sexual bond that's just kind of there, you kind of just figure them out better than some girl that's all hung up. She was like, I hope he doesn't think I'm a whore just because I performed this. Bill Bellamy. What's the name? Bill. He's like, just because I formed the same act with 50 different guys, I normally don't do this. And she's sucking everything out. She's an eater to the fifth power.
I'm fucking dead.
Megan said we just turned into hard pause after dark for real. Like, I don't know how y'all got down there. Bro started rubbing his hands. He said, "Yeah, this is my wheelhouse."
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I'm just trying to help young people. Listen, y'all young people out there that's over the age of 18, that's trying to enjoy your sexual shit. Just be friendly. Don't give your coochie out to everybody, young lady. Give it out to people that you bond with. If you're throwing it on everybody, you're going to be a community coochie. That's community coochie. It's fun, but it ain't wife material. It's community coochie. It's like everybody use a public urinal. They don't want that urinal to go home and meet their family. Wait, wrong time to say me. Okay. She's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, right?
You know where your own house is.
You never wife the eater, they say. Never wife the eater, unless that's what you need. Sometimes the eater needs to be wifed up. Not by me, but I'm cool with it. I like my loose homies. This girl released her juices on me one time when I was 19 and didn't know what it was, and I panicked, punched her in the titty.
Oh, this nigga's sick.
Oh, she squirted on you and you bugged out? Yeah. See, I had already knew what squirting was the first time I experienced one, so I was lucky. Because I would have thought she peed. But they said a good chunk of that is pee, so. All right, we need to get back PG-14 again.
All right. Go ahead.
What's an hour? Shit.
Oh, it is it? What time is it? Oh, yeah, we almost did. 120. I mean, it's an hour and 26 minutes. What the fuck? I'm goofy 126. Yeah, we probably should. And then we don't have to wait. We got to thank StreamYard. They actually made it to where the different streams and all that shit uploads, or they stopped doing it. And also, you notice they still let me go on all these channels. So I don't know whether I switched the program up. And you still should have mod privileges in there. We just got to test it out the next time we do it. I thought it was going on in DC. What would it have been to make me do it again? A little DMV in the bedroom is all right. Well, shit, you know, yo, Mr. Chaos is out here. Smexy, you don't want to mess around. Mr. Chaos, he's still young. He be dropping premium dick off. You're going to get premium delivery. You might be running. You might be running looking for this nigga in the daylight with a flashlight. You know what I'm saying? So, Chris, actually, I want you to experience that. Oh, she said, fuck around and find out. Hey, Chris, you're going to have to drop the 6'4" on that coochie. We're going to set this up. This is a date. And this is going to be the Hard Pause Dating
The Hard Pause Dating Show.
Yeah. We're going to set y'all up. Now, when it'll be funny when they both show up and she in a wheelchair.
God, I'm fucking dead.
I'm at the McDonald's 13. McDonald's point. What happened? That's a lot of zeros. Is that 13 million? I'm a little slow with it. But hey, we gonna shut
130,000.
Oh, 130,000. You just got a comment in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Wait for
wait, we're off the market, so no volunteering the coochie.
I didn't know you was off the market, girl. I ain't been in your business. You ain't told me nothing. You know I don't know shit. I assume you still single till you say something. Tell your man I'm sorry if he listening. I ain't trying to give your girl some Latino peen. I'm black, so that's all I can offer is mine.
Zen don't even know what the fuck the conversation's about at this point.
I know we're about to shut it down and rekindle this next Sunday, or if we do figure out a weekday where we could jump up in this hole. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw some music on. Go ahead. You got anything else? All right, you got. What about you, Zen? Is anything you want to address?
Nah, I'm all good.
All right, we're gonna throw the come up real quick. Oh, this shit is loud.
I gotta throw the what up?
It's called The Come Up. It's off of the Mark Matthew album, The Family. What is it? This one is. Which album is this? Family to Party Too Much, I think it is. But anyway, yo, shout out to everybody who come through the podcast, Meg Parr, Chris Chaos, and all the rest of our crew. I'm going to shout out Brother Zen for coming to hang out too. You know, it's always a pleasure. Yo, I'm Julian Blaq, Quarter Water TV, and Zen, the Hard Pause Podcast. Thank you folks for supporting. Hard Pause. Please make sure you catch us at Sundays at 5:30 every Sunday. We're going to be trying to do some during the week, or I might do some game stream podcasts during the week. So please turn on those notifications and catch me when my old ass is trying to play some video games. So holla when we see you, man. Much love. Stay blessed. Stay positive.
Peace. The mentality of a slave, and I can take it. Emancipation proclamation is in my state of situations of hatred.